let's do a little thing we like to call guess the lines.
Oh, heard about this.
Remember this thing?
Mm-hmm.
What's the record? 4-2-1. You're winning.
Yeah, look at that. You got it. You're winning 4-2-1.
Yeah, there you go. Thursday night, Vikings Rams. Tough spot for the Vikes, man. That was like a pretty hard hitting playoff game, crazy, intense. And now 4 days later, you got to just like turn it back on. It's in LA. Are you going?
Mm-hmm. Kinda. No.
You going or you're not going?
I'm not going to that. Am I going to this? I couldn't stand
Vikings
Dodger Stadium.
SoFi.
I wanted to kill somebody. Yeah. You kind of live there too.
Did you see the parking for Dodger Stadium today?
How much was it? It was $60 when I went on Monday. What was it today?
Oh, they jacked it today. It was like for any decent lot, it was $200.
Wow.
Yeah. And for the best lot, it was like $500.
Wow. What an asshole world we live in.
Yeah.
God almighty. Yeah.
They're like $200 or sit in traffic for 100 minutes after the game.
Yeah, it's true. They know they have you. They have you. You're going to leave early or you're going to spend 2.5 hours in this parking lot.
With your 8-year-old kid who needs to pee and is super upset and ate too much sugar and is having a meltdown in the back seat.
Yeah.
Or $200 and you can get
avoid shady guys who are trying to sign knockoff Ohtani t-shirts. Thanks. I have nowhere to go, but thanks.
I have Vikings -3 against the Rams in LA.
We both get it, and we got it exactly right.
Oh, okay.
Did McVay, he might have played his cards right. Like he rested Nakua and because he knew he had this Thursday coming, right? So he rested both those guys and they should be back. Cooper Kupp
Try
and
to
Nakua.
sneak it out. Smart move.
And it worked.
This feels like a stay away game to me.
Sure. I mean, almost all of them are.
That guy Verse on the Rams.
Yeah, it's my guy.
What were the defensive player odds for him? Didn't you recommend that?
I bet it.
It was high, right? It was like it was double digits. It was like 10-1, 12-1, 14-1.
I have 100 to win 950. Not plus
950.
Yeah. That's it. Yep.
Well, I think he's in the running.
Yeah,
he was really good in the Raiders game today. Okay, Sunday marquee. Controversial. We don't usually do it this way because this isn't the quote unquote best game. And I'm not even positive one of the quarterbacks is going to be playing in this game.
Baltimore, Cleveland?
No, Washington, Chicago.
Yeah. So what do you want to do with this? Because the line suggests pretty strongly one way or another if he's playing. So I don't know if you want to throw this out or do you want
What is out with the injury? What do we know? Nothing?
Ribs and being evaluated tomorrow.
I think we throw it out.
Okay.
I would have guessed, assuming Daniels was playing, I would have guessed Washington by 3.
That's exactly right. So it doesn't matter because that's what I had too. And it's Chicago 1.5. So it seems like they don't think he's playing. But I didn't mind Mary. I don't know. He was okay.
Was there a Jaden Daniels won't get out of October bet?
Oh, no. I don't know if there was.
That was the big fear with him, right? I think we even talked. I mean, he's 140 pounds.
I know. He's got to cover those ribs with something.
I only have 2 watchables this week.
By the way, they flexed that game, didn't they? Wasn't that like a 1 p.m. kickoff? They flexed it to 4 p.m. like last week.
And now they did?
Yeah, now it's they moved they might have moved your guys up. Jets Patriots was 4, now it's back at 1.
They maybe should have done it earlier.
Yeah.
Start at 7 a.m. Watchables, Cincinnati home for Philadelphia. I have Cincy by 2.5.
You got it exactly.
What is it?
I thought that was high. It's 2.5. Okay. I said 1. So,
and then
why is 3 and 4 almost a field goal over 4 and 2? It's just power ratings at this point.
Are they 2 and 5 or 3 and 4?
3 and 4. Yeah, 3 and 4. Yeah.
All the ranking stuff likes the Bengals. I think that's.
I mean, you talk about 2 teams I don't trust. That
I
everyone wants
promise
to talk
I will
about
not bet on this game. Yeah, right. If you see this on $1 Million Picks, you have to assume I'm now hooked on codeine with like Vicodin attached to it. I'm definitely on like hardcore drugs at that point.
All right. Well,
that's
like,
what I'm rooting for. Cincy, the Bengals minus 2.5. I'm meanwhile have like a codeine IV. Here's the other one. Buffalo at Seattle. This is just a good game. This would have been the marquee game if it wasn't the two rookie quarterbacks going against each other. I can't wait to watch this. I think I nailed this. Bills by 1.5 at Seattle.
Yeah, I mean, this is one, if I think about it for 10, 15 seconds and I don't get it, I go to my favorite 1.5. So we both said 1.5. It's 3. Bills by 3.
Wow.
Now, do me a favor. Will you do me a favor? If the Bills go down like 10-0, will you and Hench not text me like, I told you the Bills to win the division was a little sketchy. Like we made a parlay with the Bills, Houston, Kansas City, and Baltimore to all win the division. It's about even odds. You could still get it about even odds. The Bills, they're fine. They're going to take time. If they need to win their last 5, they'll do that. They're great.
You know what I realized? Because I did my NBA Super Boost this year, which I've hit the last 2 years in a row. And I've also hit the last 2 NFL ones. And I was like, what was the NFL Super Boost we did this year? I forgot to do one because FanDuel had that parlay booster thing. We never actually did a Super Boost.
Really?
I don't think we ever actually did one.
They're giving so many names, token boosts and this and that.
Yeah, they were doing those parlay they're throwing tokens at us, but
yeah.
And I think we would have done Detroit over. I think we would have done Green Bay over.
Yeah,
and then I would have insisted on the Pats under, although they don't love necessarily doing the unders with the parlay boost. But I think it would have been something like that. Now.
We want to do a Week 8 Super Boost token.
Super
congratulations reward. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really mad we didn't do that. Anyway, Fairly Watchables. I got 4 Fairly Watchables, and I have 6 poop fectas. Oh, Cerruti reminds us, we did do a Super Boost.
What was it, Cerruti? What did we do?
Denver over with Seattle over.
Oh, no.
Was our Super Boost.
Oh, that's going to be good.
We're going to hit that. Denver over was like, wasn't it like 6.5 wins?
Yeah.
And Seattle's over was 8.5 wins. And yes, Denver was 5.5. Thanks, Cerruti. And then Seattle, I think, was 8.5.
And Denver has Carolina this week. Oh, man, we're going to be so close right away.
Super Boost, baby. Kings of the Super Boost. I'm gonna do my own voice doing the Super Boost. Oh, you're so good at the Super Boost. Oh, yeah, Cerruti says he bet it.
I got the Sudafed Super Boost of the day.
It's the special NyQuil with codeine Super Boost. 4 Fairly Watchables. Packers Jags. It's both watchable and will be a train wreck. Yeah. Coach Middleseat going against with feeling good after beating Gerard Mayo and the New England Patriots. He's back, baby. And now he's playing the Packers, the team with a really good defense. And they're going to be home. And I think Green Bay is going to be favored by 2.5.
All right, I said 4. It's 4.5.
Oh,
so I'm going to get that
Vegas
one.
zone.
Yeah, they've had enough for Jacksonville, I think. They know. Plus, this is a pretty good coach against a not so great traveling coach.
Is he? Well, he's got 1 win in the United States, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Okay.
He's going to hang himself with a seatbelt extender, but they're good.
Maybe it's because these games are on early in the morning, and I know the Pats are involved, and I was mad at how poorly coached we were. But they're showing the Jags on the sidelines, like smiling, that excited near the end that they won. It made me upset. I was in my glasses on my cold medication. I'm like, fuck you, Trevor Lawrence. I'm like, mad at him. How dare you laugh at the end of this game?
They're coming home.
Oh, Bucks Falcons. I know where you're going to bet this one. I already see this. What's your wise wager this year? You're like 5-2, right?
5-2. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I could see you grabbing the Bucks there.
I might.
It's in Tampa. And I'm going to say Bucks by 2.
Do we split this? Yeah, I have 3. It's 2.5.
Okay.
Can I tell you, this is one of the, you know how I get depressed about, forget about the Mets and the Cowboys and everything else, but this time of year, there's different times of the year where, oh no, football's almost over. This is the first week where teams have already played each other. So we saw the Bucs.
That makes you sad?
It does, yeah, because it makes me think, oh man, now everybody's going to start having played each other twice in their divisions. This was 36-30 a couple weeks ago on that Thursday night, that crazy game that Cousins threw for 500.
Well, maybe if you start feeling sad, there'll also be happiness as the Dodgers are beating the hell out of the Yankees, and we can watch the Yankees lose, and you could be like, well, we lost to the eventual World Series champions, which is always weirdly comforting.
Yeah, second place. Just a true second place.
And not to put more pressure on the Dodgers, but nobody counts the 2020 title. Like, I know you have a banner. I know you're excited about it, but it was a 60-game season. People are opting out. There are no fans. Like, come on.
Mm-hmm.
That was about as fake of a title as anyone's won. So
the biggest
time to win a
story
real one, guys.
Was Turner jumping in the team photo right after, right? And he had COVID and everyone freaked out. Everyone's like, oh no. That was a bigger story than the non-parade.
I don't even remember who was in that playoffs.
Yeah.
Texans, Colts. It's in Houston. It's an AFC South battle. I don't know how much you saw Richardson today, but he...
Oh, be nice. I had him on winning weekend.
He's not accurate.
Oh.
He's not accurate.
Very nice guy. Talked about Dairy Queen for a while. Yeah.
I'm sure he's a nice guy. His passes just kind of go all over the place. And the other thing that's interesting is they don't use him like the Cam Newton battering ram anymore because I think they're afraid he's going to get hurt. So if you're not going to play him, like unleash this maniac athlete, but now you have like kind of an inaccurate pocket passer, I'm not sure that's the best use of him.
Yeah, he was the one. I love pointing out which halftime of the 1 p.m. Eastern game quarterbacks is doing. You could always find someone with like 30 yards. I think he had like 41 at half. And that's probably why our friend JJ almost ran into traffic because they couldn't beat the Colts. But he ran for 56 yards. I mean, he was the leading rusher. I don't know. They didn't have to do much to beat the Dolphins today. So,
you know why JJ did run into traffic?
Why?
Because we beat the Guardians and we beat the Royals. And we're in the World Series.
Next time I run into traffic, bro, it'll be the parade in Bronx. And I'll be on a float with Soto.
He should have gone in traffic and asked if anyone on the street could name 4 Guardians. Can you name 4 Guardians?
And not of the galaxy. We're talking the baseball team.
Last but not least, fairly watchables. Chiefs at Raiders. And
wait, we didn't pick a line for Indy.
Oh, we didn't do Texans Colts? My bad. Texans -4 over the Colts, I have.
I said 4 also. It's 5.5.
Okay.
And that also is a rematch from week 1, 29-27 Texans.
Yeah. Chiefs at Raiders. There's a little backstory. Didn't somebody on the Raiders talk shit about Mahomes for the season?
Oh, yeah. Who was that?
Some doofus on the defense.
That doesn't sound right.
That's what happened. So you got to factor in with this line. The Chiefs could easily be up like 9 with 2 minutes left, and Pierce could be like, "We'll take the field goal."
Oh yeah.
Now we're down 6.
Yeah, the Pierce effect.
This looks better in the newspaper. I have Chiefs by 7 in Vegas.
You know, I said 7 also. 10.
Whoa.
10 is the number.
Oh, that's the first like true shocker of the year.
That's a good one.
10 in Vegas.
I think, well, there's a little payback, right? Because this is, they beat them on Christmas, so they're not going to be overlooked.
Or Vegas isn't afraid of them because they beat them last year.
Right.
That line seems too high.
I went to this game 3 years ago.
I'm going to talk myself into them now.
Well, but I went to this game 3 years ago in Las Vegas. Ton of red. So much red there. I don't know what kind of advantage the Raiders have. But you're right. There could be a piercing. Should we call that like a ball piercing or something when you get screwed on the spread because Pierce kicks a field goal?
Pierce. Do you think any of his coaches was like, "Yo, coach, we're still going to need a touchdown even if we kick this field goal, and you're giving up all this field position"? Like,
yeah.
Maybe try to get a pass interference or something. Anything.
Coach, that's 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. You know that, right? Not the third. That's not third quarter. That's a 4.
Coach, it's the second half.
It's not preseason.
Coach,
all right.
3 hours into the game, Coach.
Don't be soft. We're kicking a field goal.
We're cutting it at 5. 1 stop. And all that we have to do is go 90 yards to get our touchdown instead of just going 9. Oh, man.
10 points.
I was worried that at some point as I got older, that the coaching would get smarter and there would be less stuff to make fun of. And it's just not true. Every year, every week, dumb shit happens. Like Doug Peterson could just go up by 18 with 10 minutes left. He's like, nope, 4th and 2. Let's go. Let's do this.
I guarantee ex-coaches or maybe current coaches, who knows, listen to us. Maybe. There's got to be some. And they must think we're assholes. But there's 50 bad decisions a day. And if we paid attention, there'd be 150. What gives? There's a whole aspect of a game that you and I can coach better than these guys. Most of them.
My friend Hershey, we were talking about quarterbacks, and he's around our age, and he's talking about the conundrum of Daniel Jones, where like some Giants fans are like, oh, Daniel Jones, he can do this, he can do that. And he's like, I've been watching football my entire life since I was a little kid. I've been watching quarterbacks week in, week out since the mid-70s. I feel like I know if a quarterback has it or not at this point. It's not one of those talk yourself into it, maybe. Yeah. It's like you kind of know or you don't know if a guy has it. And it's like I have 5 decades of experience now watching the signs for whether somebody has it or not. And he doesn't have it. And I was like, it's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
Because in some ways we're getting slower and dumber as we get older. But in other ways, like we've watched so much sports, you have the veteran experience of just putting our 10 million hours in watching games.
Like riding a bike. I see a pothole, I'm gonna go to the left of it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, just what are you supposed to do? Now, there's some politics involved, like Stefanski. I don't want to fully blame him for this situation because it just cannot be possible that he wants to start Watson and nobody else. Now it doesn't matter, but.
The poop fecta. Jets at Pats. So the Jets somehow get to play the Pats twice in the first half of the season. One of the 2 worst teams in the league. And I think this is Jets by 6.5.
Oh, you dirtbag. I said 7. It is 6.5.
No.
What is the score here?
That is a teaser.
You're up 7-6.
Could be a hard week of practices for the Pats. Got to get tougher.
You think so? I mean, you might just remain soft.
Mayo just took over the team. He's got to make this team tough. Oh, no, he's been here the whole season. Yeah.
Well, what was it? 24-3 on that Thursday night?
Yeah, but that was with Brissett.
Right.
May's good. They have something with May. Now it's like, how do you build around this asset? And do you have the right coach in the right front office to pick the right people to put around a genuine asset?
And do all of your receivers have agents?
This is a catastrophe because this is like so hard to find a quarterback who's actually good. A young quarterback who's actually talented and can move and has a good arm. Like they have the quarterback.
Who's the best quarterback, new quarterback on a team that's not very good? And he's been there for 3 years.
Trevor Lawrence.
I guess so.
That's like your worst case scenario, right?
But they won a division though. Like, is there anyone hanging as like
9-8?
Even the Chargers, I would say.
Herbert?
Yeah. I was thinking of him as the example, but.
Drake May's good. Lions are home for the Titans. And I think this is what you were alluding to at the start of the podcast about how we have some old school lines. At first, I instinctively put down like Lions -9. I was like, wait a second. They're going to jack this up. And I just I went all the way to 13. I have Lions by 13.
All right. I get you here. You went a little high. I said 11.5. It's 10.5.
Oh.
Right? Let me see. Maybe they moved it. 10.5.
That's too low.
Yep.
It's too low.
I mean.
That's an automatic 3-team 10-point teaser.
Well, I was going to say we should invite an old friend into our life, and there's another one we haven't hit yet, but I think we have two two so far. I think you're thinking Lions over Titans, and you're thinking Chiefs over Raiders.
I'm afraid of that Chiefs game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm afraid of that one. I would probably do the Jets as the second one.
Well,
they're going to lose to the Pats and go 2-6. Like they should just lead the team. And
it's so much fun rooting against them, though.
Yeah, it is. All right, we'll find two teams, but this is a free 10 points to use on a normal teams.
Yeah,
the Titans stink.
This is our super bet boost, 10-point totem pole boost.
Our 10-point NyQuil codeine boost. Dolphins home for the Cardinals. A truly awful game. Really bad.
Well, hold on though. Is this the one? Because our buddy JJ was screaming about how Tua's coming back.
You think he's back for this?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to pick the Dolphins by 1.5 over the Cardinals at home, regardless.
Targeting
whether he comes back or not.
I said 2.5. It's 3.
No, maybe he's coming back. Are you beating me right now?
1, 2, 3. 8, 2. Yeah. Wow, I went on a run here.
Fuck. What am I doing?
8-7. 8-7. Yep.
All right. Ravens at Cleveland. This is always fun. Don't know if you know this, Sal, but the Browns moved to Baltimore and became the Ravens.
What? Was there like a van? Don't
long
tell me it was
time ago. Yeah. No, a long time ago.
Was it in the middle of the night? At least they had the decency to do it during the day, right?
Yeah. I have the Ravens by 3.5. I feel good about this one.
Wait a minute. This is your biggest swing and miss of the year.
Ravens at Cleveland?
The Baltimore Ravens.
At Cleveland. I got Ravens 3.5. What is it?
It's 9.5.
In Cleveland?
Yeah, in Cleveland, where they lose all their games. A team that hasn't gone over their point total all year.
That's by far my worst. Well, I told you I'm on drugs right now.
That's it. Yeah, the drugs are killing you. I had 9.
Wait, that line's way too high. The Browns have a pretty good defense.
What?
Did you watch the game today?
I know, but they don't ever score. It's important.
9.5's a lot. Plus, they have a whole week with their new. I mean, just not having Watson's worth 7 points.
Yeah, and it is a short week for the Ravens.
Nick Chubb, my guy.
Right.
I had Nick Chubb. I have him on all my fantasy teams.
You kept him?
And each week, like a little baby bird, I gave him little seeds and I poured water on his head and I tried to grow him back to life on all my teams. Didn't waive him. Just kept him on. Hogged the spot. Just waiting for my guy. My favorite fantasy player. He's back. This will be the week. It's Nick Chubb week next week.
He doesn't want to be back. We just crossed his team off.
No, he's back. He's doing it for the love of the game,
all
Sal.
Right. Yeah, I
that
think
line's way too high.
I think there's they don't want to get killed on teasers, right? Because everyone's teasing everybody who plays the Browns. Like the Bengals was easy, even though they covered the Browns. But Bengals on a teaser.
I had a must win in our knockout league because I snuck out a win last week. But I had wide receivers. I had Kupp and DJ Moore weren't playing, so I was scrambling for waiver wire guys. And I started Jerry Jeudy, who didn't, they traded Amari Cooper. I'm like, all right, Jeudy. And he had no points like halfway through the fourth quarter, and then he finally caught like an 18-yarder. But needless to say, you'll be seeing Jerry on the waiver wire on Wednesday night.
You're gonna beat me. You're gonna win 2 in a row here. You're up. You're a 71% favorite against me. You're up 8. You have Baker.
What's my win probability? Is that my win probability? 71%.
This is the one place I kind of rely on it more than anything.
Yeah.
With these dumb fantasy games, I don't even look at the score. But yeah, 71-29. That's a win probability.
Chargers home for the Saints. Saints trying to lose 6 in a row. I have the Chargers favored by
3.5. Where is this game? Wow, Billy boy. I said 6. It's 7.5.
All right, what is going on?
Well, I think you said it. You're on drugs.
Why are the Chargers favored by over a touchdown against anybody?
What?
I like the Chargers, but I mean, they scored 20 points a game.
The Saints were so bad. Like you should have your
off. They've lost 5 in a row.
Taken off your phone if you like the Saints after that performance. That was so bad.
I'm falling apart. Well, I probably hit this next one because it's Broncos home for Carolina, a team that has to get at least 9 points or higher against any team they play. Broncos by 9.5.
You are closer, but yeah, it's 7.5. I said 4.5, so you get that.
Okay.
So is that what's the 3-team teaser? You don't trust Bo Nix yet.
No, I don't.
You saw that underthrow pass. You loved it. I think you tweeted about it. It was terrific.
I've never seen anything like it.
It's beautiful.
Then the two guys like commiserated over it. Like,
yeah,
I just
they quit the team. They turned in their jerseys.
I thought he was pretty good in that game though.
He really has flashes. Yeah. Again, I don't know what that Saints team was just a mess, and Peyton had that circled for years. So
Sunday night, 49ers Cowboys. Oh, Mike. Oh, this is why we do it, Mike.
Are you kidding me?
I thought Brady in the second half of that Niners game sounded like if Shanahan called up to the booth and said, "Could you start next week?" He was ready to do it. He was like genuinely disappointed by Purdy. Yeah,
interesting. What could he do? So if could he do all these things? Could he announce and own part of the Raiders and be a quarterback of the 49ers? What else could he do? Could he play the big Dom role for a team also? How many
could he play Silvio in a Sopranos remake?
I would love that. Yeah.
That'd be great.
Brady at the Bing.
Tom.
I hate this game. I hate it.
I have 49ers by 2.5.
Oh, wow. I thought you'd go higher and beat me. I said 3.5 and it's 5.5. Good luck.
That's too many points.
This is kind of, who needs this more? The Niners, right?
I mean, I think your team needs every game. You're going to need 10 wins to make the playoffs, both of them. I think both of them need it equally.
Yeah,
got to get to 10 wins.
Now it's a wild card battle for these two, probably.
And shit, if Chicago gets to play Mariota instead of Jaden Daniels, they could be 5-2.
Yeah.
Like Chicago might get to 10 wins. I think 10 wins is the cutoff for the NFC.
It's going to frustrate me. I don't want to look at, but something tells me the Bears haven't played the best of quarterbacks in their runs.
You're right. Monday night, speaking of not the best of quarterbacks, Steelers home for the Giants.
Yep.
And we didn't really talk about the Russell Santz that much, but he did get it going as the game went along. I have Steelers by 6.5 at home against the Giants.
I said 3.5, so I'm going to get it. It is 4.5. Wow, what a demolition! I'm going to have to drug you with the coding every.
Maybe
Sunday
you found
night.
The new secret. Just
that's
infect me.
Yeah.
Listen, those lines made no sense. Why wouldn't the Steelers be favored by 7? The Giants suck.
We're going to make some money. We're going to make some money this week. There are some glaring errors here.